of my fans out there, my large contingent of lurkers. My grandson has told me I've got more than 1,000 now that I don't know why they don't show themselves, or why they don't want to appear in any way. But the fact that you keep coming back, lurking here to watch, tells me that you're liking it. So we'll just keep playing. I won't let you down. Got 15 more seconds. Going to go into the gameplay now. I got to find the game. Let's see if it's here. Okay, there it is. Here we go, guys. Let's get the show on the road. Okay, that's the lead chess. You play like this, start the game. A little bit confusing here how that works, but I guess we're doing okay. All right, so we got create a game, and we'll see what we get. See what kind of fish arrive here. Okay, and he's playing that, so we'll move this pawn up because we're going to challenge that pawn by moving this one up, and this one guards it. And because that's the guard, he takes. Now we're going to develop our king side over here. The knight's going to have to come out, so we already bring him out. We got to bring our bishop out, so we bring this pawn up. Now the bishop can go here to block that pin, or it can come up here. I'm going to bring him up here, see what happens. And already castle. He's castled on that side, so we could safely do the same thing. Now it's possible to bring this bishop back here, the queen up. I don't really want to bring my queen out to there. If he took that, I would have to retake with my queen, so I bring the knight here to retake with the knight. Now he's got more pressure on there, but no problem. If he takes here, I take there. This bishop very often is good right over here because he protects this square through this pawn, and we can often block this diagonal. Okay, he put me in check there. I lost a pawn on that, but he's maybe just loses a lot of time. I've seen this so many times. They think, oh, I should be winning now. I got a pawn. I got the strong diagonal. But there's not a lot to do there with the bishop in front of the queen like that. And like I say, as soon as we get our queen out of there, we can block him off by going this. If he retakes, we take with the pawn. At this level, he's only rated 1700. He might not even see the bishop back here, and in which case we'll win his pawn with the queen and bishop, just like he just did to us. I want to bring the queen out of there already. So now we can already advance him up almost, not quite, because the rook's there now. We'll figure something out though. We always do, right? Okay, so the knight came up. We'll challenge him out of there. If in any case he lifts this rook and to come over here, we'll be in big trouble, almost checkmate. We're going to have to move this rook out of there. Okay, now we have a lot of firepower on this, and I think we should already go out there because we need to get these pieces liberated so they can come over here to help. And now that we do that, if we advance up there now, we're going to fork these two. And if he retakes, we retake with this knight. He retakes with that knight. We got the bishop here, and we'll be doing okay. Okay, now I'm going to block off that queen. He's attacking our knight, but our knight's protected, and that queen now is kind of going to be confined over here on the queen side. Of course, not forever, but for a little bit. And we have to retake here. If we took that, then we can't then we can't take the bishop. You know, and I mean, we could have maybe taken with this, but like I say, I'd like to keep the queen over there. That's confined over there now. And after the knight moves, we can bring our queen up over into here, and then over into here, you know, with the rook. Well, I mean with the bishop. We can bring this pawn up, bring the king into here, and then we have an attack on this file with a rook. We have a lot of possibilities in here now. Yeah, the knight went over there. I think the best thing is to already get some action over there. I mean, the queen's going to want to go over there. We'll bring over there as soon as possible. With the queen over here, his queen is more difficult. Now we'll do that plan like I was talking about. We'll bring our rook over into the corner after we bring our king up. Now, we'll already lock down that pawn. He's got to prepare pretty soon, because when we bring our king here and our rook here, we already have a really strong attack here, and we see this bishop coming over here to, you know, for the king's flight square. We'll have close to a mate here. Now that knight, maybe he thinks that's going to block us out, but it's not really going to block out very much, because we have our ways. I mean, this bishop can't attack that knight wherever he is. I mean, if he was sitting there, I was going to attack him here with the bishop. And if he's going to sit up here now, attack him here with the bishop. One way or another, then that knight's going to fall, and then this pawn, because he was not careful, is also going to fall. He just came out there with the queen, and we'll already put him in check, because why not? And now we come out here, put him in check again. And again, why not? This bishop was not doing anything behind these two pawns. That was a good one. Okay, I really don't know. I think the thing to do is we'll retake with the pawn. If we retake with the pawn, he'll just bring that knight out here to block him. There's got to be something here to do. I think we're going to have to force his queen out of there. And we'll put him in check maybe up here. I don't know what's going to happen here. We can possibly bring the bishop for a good check here. Let's see, I don't know. Seems like we'd have something with all of this, but we'll see. The queen's not good there because, oh, look at this, 35 seconds he's got on his clock. And, you know, I've been talking up a storm here. It seems like I would be the one missing for time, but yeah, I guess he's been thinking a lot. So even though our attack kind of, it didn't really fizzle, I'm sure there's something here. We're just going to win. We're just going to win on time here really soon. I mean, there he's down to 9 seconds. I don't know. Kind of fizzled there at the end. Okay, let's look like we got here on the analysis board and see how many mistakes we made. Probably 1 million. He was actually doing very good in the beginning, and then right in the middle of the game, right there, we really came back very good. Let's see how it works here. Okay, so this, you know, I was talking about all of this. We'll just go through this kind of fast. You can, if you look over here, you'll see the little ball. Right now, everything is even. Nobody's making any mistakes. Okay, there, they didn't like that move because, you see, and that's what I said. And he did lose a lot of time. I went over there, and now what's he going to do? You know, he's still high, but he's not really doing anything over there. He's got to get an attack going, and he. Oh, and that was interesting. They told me to bring the queen there too, just like I did. So I did. He's saying it would have been better to retake with the pawn. That's interesting. I would never imagine doing that, but I guess if I retake with the pawn, it blocks this knight out, and then I can automatically bring the king here and then bring the rook over fast. So I didn't even see that, but that would have been good. Oh, and they wanted me to bring my knight up there already, like blocking that position, but I decided not to. I decided to come back there. Oh, that's interesting. And they're saying to bring the pawn up, just like I decided. So we're making mistakes here, but we're not doing everything wrong. And here again, they say to bring the pawn up. Okay, and a retake there. We're doing everything correctly. And now you see on the chart, we're quite a bit ahead now. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So he brings the knight back. That's a question mark, but not very much. You can see I just lost a little bit here on the graph, not very much. That's a double question mark. That's a question mark, but I really think that was pretty nice. Okay, I bring the queen up there. Question mark on there, question mark there. I mean, both of us are rated below 2,000, so neither one people, oh, that was a bad move, check. Ah, that's interesting. They are already planning to bring the bishop there. I brought him up over here, and because he had a good reply, then I brought him there. And he's saying, okay, take the bishop. When you trade a queen for a bishop, it means a checkmate is imminent. Well, let's see. Let's see what would happen. Like, what else can he do? Let's suppose he brings the queen up here. Okay, I attack the queen. And they're saying, okay, take that, but suppose in real life he didn't want to take that. But he has to. He's got, oh, he could come down here. It's the only thing. But if he comes down here, he loses the queen too. I bring the bishop out here. So he basically, in that position, when I attack the queen with the bishop, he doesn't have anywhere to go. If he comes back here, it's going to be checkmate, like right there. And if he comes back all the way back here, then I get threatening mate here with the queen. If he takes with the pawn, then that's checkmate there with the bishop. You see, we have a lot of pieces over here near his king, and all his pieces are all over here. So that's why we have all of these advantages, even if you don't see them right away. So suppose he did bring his queen back there, then we take the pawn, threaten mate. They're saying that his best move is there. At this point, it says here mate in 11. It looks kind of complicated, but you kind of get the picture. I probably wouldn't just move that bishop back. I would probably do something like, I would probably just like lose that pawn. You know, if he takes that, I mean, I lose the bishop and then I retake, that would be checkmate, but now he's going to escape. But I would win the knight and threaten mate here, and then he goes over there, and then why not take again? If he goes back there, it's going to be bad when my bishop comes here. So, and we basically won this game now. You can see if I take him there, he retakes there. We've got two rooks and two bishops, and he's only got that, plus we got all these pawns, so we won. Okay, so great. It was a pleasure having you guys here again, and I hope next time you decide not to lurk back there like you do. And if you ever do start to come out into the open, you'll certainly be welcome as my visible fans instead of my lurking fans. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.